here we are. It's SNL. It's Formula X, and this is round number 3 of Season 4. Here, at the Circuit de la Sarthe, Le Mans. And this is Formula X, our senior category in the series. It's the 3rd round of the season, and we have got an exciting championship in store. The standings after the first 2 rounds are in Tulu leads for Ferrari with 44 points, closely followed by his teammate Illusion, who has 42 points. He dropped down to 5th place in the last round due to a post-race penalty. 3rd place is Matt Psycho, the defending champion for McLaren, with 38 points. Cool Dude Boy, last round's winner in the Mercedes with 37 points. Bunnies in the Sauber with 26 is in 5th place. 6th is SNL Wolfbane in the Aston Martin with 25 points. 7th is SNL Jam for Mercedes with 21 points. 8th is Junior Spam for Williams, made his debut last time out and got a podium, scores 20 points. 9th place is SNL Daz for Red Bull with 19 points. 10th is GT87 Cinemod for Sauber with 13 points. Tiny Terror for Alpine has 13 points. Noxie for Williams has 9 points, but Noxie is not here today and has been replaced by Jim, the team principal. 13th is Palashi making his return to Alpine for this round. 14th is Rob on Drums for McLaren with 8 points. 16th place is Yokas for Red Bull with 4 points. 17th is YOLO for Aston Martin with 4 points, and GT87 Mika is at the bottom of the table with 1 point after her late call-up to replace Palashi at the Red Bull Ring. The team championship Ferrari lead with 86 points, followed by Mercedes with 58, McLaren 46, 4th place is Sauber with 39, Williams 33, Aston Martin 29, Red Bull have 23 points in 7th place, and at the bottom 1 point behind are Alpine. So let's have a look at this grid. So the grid is based on the driver's previous 3 results in Formula X, and it is then reversed. It is an average points total. So on pole position in his Red Bull is Yokas. Alongside him is YOLO in the Aston Martin. In 3rd place is Rob on Drums in his McLaren. 4th place is GT87 Cinemod in his Sauber. 5th place is the Alpine of Tiny Terror. 6th place, the next Sauber of Bunnies. 7th place is SNL Daz in the Red Bull. In 8th place is Palashi returning in the Alpine. 9th place is SNL Jim, the team principal of Williams. 10th place is SNL Wolfbane in the Aston Martin. 11th place is SNL Jam in the Mercedes. In 12th place, the second driver in the championship, the championship leader, is in Tulu after 2 second places in the opening 2 rounds. In 13th place, we have Cool Dude Boy in the Mercedes after his win in round number 2. In 15th place, we have Matt Psycho in 14th place, the current defending champion. Then we have Junior in 15th place after his debut podium, and at the back is race 1 winner Illusion in the Ferrari. So let's have a look at the tyres. There is a tyre war with Michelin and Bridgestone being used. Michelin tyres are on the McLaren, the Mercedes, the Red Bull, the Sauber, and I've forgotten the 4th one. The McLaren, the Mercedes, the Red Bull and the Sauber. There we go. Possibly said that all correct. The Bridgestone tyres are on the Williams, Ferrari, Alpine and Aston Martin. And the Bridgestone runners are on the super softs and mediums, and the Michelin runners are on the softs and the hards. So the advantage possibly is with our Bridgestone runners this evening. So let's get this race underway without further ado. I will note I haven't been particularly feeling great, so if it's a bit muddled up more than usual, you'll understand. And the race is already starting, and we have Yokas getting a poor start actually, because Yolo has already got ahead of him into turn 1. That Aston Martin driver using the overtake button straight away to get himself ahead. Yokas is under attack from Bunny's. Bunny's having a great start, but Bunny's having to go off the circuit. He's having to avoid the turn, so he's having to back out. We've got the Alpines fighting with each other. Tiny Terror actually getting ahead of his teammate Paleshi. So Tiny Terror actually dropping then back behind Paleshi, but Paleshi actually overtaking Bunny's. Bunny's having to drop back a bit further. Daz has redacted a message, so I don't know what he said. Hello Daz. So Wolfbane is currently in 7th place. Cool Duboy, great start from Cool Duboy. In 8th, 9th place is Matt Psycho. 10th is Daz. 11th is Jim. And there is Jam in 12th place. Jam having a look possibly at Jim. Tiny Terror saying make sure you have time to feel better. Just worn out basically. Yolo is leading, but Yorkas third. Rob on drums is currently battling though with Bunnies, and we've got the Alpine drivers in 5th and 6th right now. So we're on board with Tiny Terror right here in the slipstream of his teammate. No, nothing doing though for Tiny Terror. So Tiny Terror right now 6th place, but up ahead of him there's a fight. Bunny's looking up the inside. Bunny's is attacking Yokas. Yokas really the cork in the bottle right now, because Rob on drums is 3rd. 4th place is Bunny's, and he's on board. Let's go on board with Bunny's right now. He is looking round the outside of Rob on drums. Can he get this position? As we see the cars, you can see Yolo's got a great lead at the moment, but Bunny's up into 2nd place right now. Paleshi having a look though up the inside. Paleshi gets himself up into 2nd, has he? No, apparently not. As we look up the rest of the field, 7th place is Cool Duboy. Well, he's under attack from Wolfbane, and Tiny Terror there in 6th place in the Alpine. He is making his way there. Hang in there, buddy. Previous message was a typo, says Daz. So there's Yolo leading the race, a long way ahead. Paleshi though in 2nd place. Yokas is under attack from the cars behind. Bunnies as they go into Indianapolis. Bunnies trying to get up the inside of Rob on drums. Rob on drums is there. Bunnies trying to get up the inside of Yokas, should I say. Cool Duboy trying to go around the outside of Wolfbane, but Wolfbane says no thank you. There's a spinner at the back. There's a spinner at the back. What has happened? It's Yokas. Let's have a look what happened then to Yokas going in to the out of the corner. It's a tricky one. He's on the curb, and I can guarantee he's hit the grass and he's spun it around. So he's dropped down the field. Let's have a look. Jam there in 8th place right now. He is on the back of started behind him, but as we can see, Rob on drums is having a cheeky look around the outside of Tiny Terror into the Porsche curves. Tiny Terror though says no, you're not going to get past me there. We're on board with Tiny right now. Let's see. So Jam in 8th. 9th place is Matt Psycho. Those Ferraris right now not getting up the field quickly. In fact, they're fighting with each other. Tulu has got Illusion going into the Ford chicane. No, his Ferrari teammate does not pass him. The medium tyres for Intulu right now. I suspect his teammate also on the medium tyres. Hard tyres for Cinemod. Junior's not had a great opening lap on the Super Softs. His teammate Jim is ahead of him on the Super Softs. So right now, Yolo leading the race on Super Soft tyres. We've just seen Paleshi. He is fighting hard though with Bunnies. Let's see what happens going into the Dunlop chicane. So Bunny's trying to get round the outside of Paleshi, but it doesn't work. And Bunny's actually is under attack from Wolfbane now. Let's go on board with Wolfbane. In 4th place, he's under attack from Cool Duboy. Cool Duboy is there on the outside view. Let's have a look. Wolfbane is under attack then from the Mercedes driver who finished in the lead at the last round. He won race number 2 for Mercedes. A great result, only the 2nd win for Mercedes in Formula X. He is looking strong, as we can see. Bunny's moving himself up into second place now in his Sauber, so he moves himself into second. Paleshi in third. Fourth is SNL Wolfbane. We see Tiny Terror making a small error going into the first Mulsanne chicane. That means he's under attack now from Jam. Let's see what Jam can do. So Jam a little bit too far away possibly from Tiny Terror, as we can see in Tulu, in fact, passing Matt Psycho. So that Ferrari power really helping in these straight lines. Ferrari brought an upgrade to this track, but not many teams did. Aston Martin did not. YOLO currently leading this race by about 2 or 3 seconds. Bunnies is under attack though from Wolfbane. So Bunnies right now being attacked. He's got cars either side of him. Bunny's down into third place. Cool Dude Boy is trying to attack, currently in fourth place in the Mercedes. He's got the slipstream now of the Sauber driver. What can he do in that Mercedes? A great result at the last round. He's got Paleshi right behind him though. Paleshi is looking fast as well. These two Alpines are 5th and 6th. Mika will be very happy to see the French outfit so high up after the first couple of rounds. They are bottom of the championship in the team standings. As we go through Indianapolis, no moves happening yet, but Paleshi is there. Paleshi looking round the outside of Cool Dude Boy, but not having anything there. In fact, Paleshi runs a bit deep, and Tiny Terror will have the run on his teammate, and there is Jam. So Jam is looking at both those Alpines. Endurance Nut in the chat. Jam having a look at the Alpines as they go down towards the Porsche curves. Jam used to drive for Alpine for 2 seasons. He's got past Tiny Terror. He has a little look at Paleshi going round the outside of the Porsche curves, but knows better than possibly trying to overtake there. So Paleshi under attack now from Jam. Jam is all over the back right now of the Alpine as they come down towards the fourth chicane. You can see the Ferraris as well. In Tulu in the background is there in 8th place. Let's go and have a look. There are the Ferraris. Jam backing up a little bit as they get through these 4 chicanes. You have Paleshi, Jam, Tiny Terror, in Tulu, Illusion. These 4 drivers battling for 5th place right now. 9th place is Illusion. 10th is Rob on drums. 11th is Junior Spam. 12th is Matt Psycho, who's under attack actually from Cinemod now. Daz in 14th. 15th is Jim, and Yokas in 16th on his own. Right ahead though, YOLO has lost the lead to his teammate. Wolfbane is in 1st place. We've not seen that. YOLO maybe has made a mistake. He did a 29 compared to a 24 by his teammate. Cool Dude Boy right behind YOLO then as they get onto the Mulsanne straight. YOLO is under attack from Cool Dude Boy. Let's go on board with the Mercedes driver right now, looking at the back, and there we can see Bunnies. Bunnies is there helping him along, and into the first Mulsanne. So Cool Dude Boy and Bunnies get themselves 2nd and 3rd place. YOLO dropping down to 4th. 5th is Paleshi. Still got Jam there in 6th place, but Jam has got the attention of the 2 Ferraris you have in Tulu and Illusion right now. Both on the medium tyres. Jam is on the softs. Super softs for Paleshi. So Jam right now in the middle of a Bridgestone sandwich. As in Tulu will have a look. Jam is having a look at Paleshi. Jam having to go around the outside of Paleshi. This will be a brave move if he can pull it off. No, he can't pull it off. And then he gets into the back of Paleshi as they cut back on. So Jam now under attack from the Ferraris. And there's not much I don't think Jam can do about that power of the Ferrari. The Ferrari right now is a very strong car, but other cars have got some strong upgrades coming. Paleshi defending his position in 5th place. Jam having a look then in Tulu, but Jam is under attack from Illusion, who has got Tiny Terror there as well. So Tiny Terror, this is the view from Tiny Terror's car. He can see the Ferrari of Illusion just getting past Jam as they go down the back straights. These are incredibly fast cars, 190 miles an hour right now. We've moved to this Super Formula car for Season 4, and it's still proving challenging, as in Tulu is really looking round the outside. He's actually put himself too wide, though. He's put himself too wide. Let's have a look as yellow flags start waving. So in Tulu, he was sick. He was having a look at Paleshi going into Indianapolis. And I think... oh, was he just defending position to Jam? He was defending position to Jam, and in fact, he had to run wide. Jam had positioned himself nicely. And we have a yellow flag because Bunnies has spun. Bunnies has spun in the Sauber. Bunnies in 3rd place. He was challenging Cool Duboy for 2nd place, and he just gets the back end and he's hit the wall. So an unlucky spin. He manages to get the car round the Sauber, now dropping down to 9th, and I suspect he'll get passed by Junior in the Williams. So Rob on drums has got his teammate Matt Psycho behind him, so overtake buttons are available in these cars. Matt Psycho currently has used half of his overtake already in this race. Rob on drums has not used any, and he's attacking Bunnies going into the Porsche curves. But in the lead of this race is Wolfbane in the Aston Martin. Pat will be incredibly happy to see this. Aston Martin did not get podium in Season 3. They won the championship in Season 1. They looked great in Season 2 as well. But Season 3 was not one to write home about. They've turned black. They've gone to the dark side as Wolfbane sets the purple time, but it is beaten by Cool Duboy. Cool Duboy right now in that position as we see Paleshi under attack by Jam. Jam going for a move into turn 1. This will be a brave move if he pulls it off, going on the outside of the Dunlop. Can pull it off. No, Paleshi still holding the position. 4th place. 6th place is Illusion going through the Dunlop S's. That Ferrari is quick, but right now it's still not leading the race. Medium tyres, though, for Illusion. He's got the super softs available, as do all Bridgestone runners, as he now is under attack, actually, by Tiny Terror, who's got Intulu right behind him as well. Let's go. Oh, he's just got run over by the cars. Intulu is looking at the position, and Illusion has got past Jam, and the Ferraris working together, in fact. The Ferraris working together, getting themselves up into 5th and 6th. Gasman will be happy to see this in the mansion in Scotland. The log fire will be burning, as we can see Paleshi getting past Yolo. Yolo has made an error, I think, coming out of the first Mulsanne chicane. Yes, a little bit of a slide there by Yolo in the Aston Martin, and Paleshi gets himself into 3rd. And he's under attack, though, using the whole of the straight to try and defend the position. As we can see, Wolfbane now has got Cool Duboy right up his gearbox. Paleshi, though, in 3rd place. He's defending that position for Yolo. Yolo going round the outside. No, can't make the move. Illusion in seconds. 5th and 6th place. 6th and 7th, actually. In Tulu and Jam having a fight. Jam is being very fighty at the moment. 7th place for him in the Mercedes. He's then got Tiny Terror looking up his inside. So Tiny Terror using that Alpine incredibly well to fight in this battle. Everybody is very closely packed right now in the race. I'm going to say right now once more because, you know, you want to hear it. But leading the race, Wolfbane in the Aston Martin. He's got Cool Duboy right behind him. Let's get on board with the Mercedes driver. Will he make a move? No, he's just playing a little bit with Wolfbane. Maybe they're doing tactics right now. Not thinking about the pass, but hoping to pull themselves away, because those Ferraris, Illusion is in 4th place. He's right behind Paleshi. Paleshi is driving well, though, in the Alpine, the French team's home race. Using the overtake button, you can see Illusion also using it with the red light flashing. Illusion really attacking hard. Let's go on board with Illusion then. Still using the overtake button. Will he ever go into the Porsches? This is a move. Oh, he's just hit too many times there, but doesn't make the move. Tactics definitely were the plan here from both me and Cool Duboy, says Wolfbane. So Wolfbane actually pulling away a little bit from Cool Duboy. right now. So were these drivers working together to try and help each other, as Paleshi right now is proving to be good doorstop. Oh, and Illusion is in the pits, and so is Intulu. Tiny Terror continues. Junior is driving on. Bunnies is driving on. 9th, 8th, and Jam is in the pits as well. So Jam coming in on his soft tyres. An interesting move from Jam. 11th, 12th is Cinnamon in as well. What does Jim do? Jim has continued on, so has Daz. Everybody else is in the pits. So Wolfbane leading this race from Cool Do Boy. Setting purples. 3rd place is Paleshi on his own now. He's got to make hay. Junior is in 4th in the Williams. He is on super soft tyres as well. 5th place is Tiny Terror. 6th place is Bunnies. 7th place is YOLO, but he's under attack from Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho having a little bit of a quiet race. Let's go on the nose this time by Matt Psycho. Getting past. There is the off-board. As Matt Psycho gets himself into 7th place in the McLaren. McLaren not bringing an upgrade this race. So this is more of a damage limitation exercise, as Rob on drums is in 9th place. 10th is Jim. 11th is Daz. And his teammate Yorkas is in 12th. So about 5 seconds between the two Red Bull drivers. Jam is out of the pits. He's on hard tyres, but he's not fueled. He's not fueled. So is he doing one lap on these hard tyres, trying something different? As you can see, the Ferraris are on super soft tyres and both have fueled up. And YOLO is on the softs, and Cinnamod is on the softs as well, and he has fueled up. But at the lead of this race, we have Wolfbane and Cool Do Boy again in that slipstream. Cool Do Boy has more fuel than Wolfbane, possibly from being in the slipstream. Both of these drivers at the moment, you can see the green light on the overtake lighting rig on the airbox. In a good position right now. 3rd place is Paleshi. He has less fuel. His teammate Tiny Terror in 4th. A great result so far for Alpine at this point in the race. If they could stop it right now, I'm sure they would. Junior is in 5th. Matt Psycho in 6th as well. So Matt Psycho has got himself up ahead of Bunnies. And this happened a while ago. But Matt Psycho already has very little overtake left. He's got a red light above his head right now. I know the McLaren is looking one of the least powerful cars on the grid as it stands at the moment, but there is opportunities for everybody to upgrade this season. The upgrades work differently to previous seasons, and teams are using them tactically for the first time. So upgrade races aren't as staggered as they used to be. They're pretty much constant, like the Formula 1 grid. We do not know who's on what, but Jam is definitely pitting this lap. You can see that. So Jam coming into the pits soon. So actually, that's probably messed up his race already. Wolfbane is in 1st place. And 2nd place, Cool Do Boy also pits. Paleshi will be pitting this lap as well. Tiny Terror also following his teammate in, as does everybody else that hasn't stopped yet, because they are all coming in. It looks like the car will last 5 laps. Yes, it will last 5 laps before it needs to fuel up. So all the drivers come into the pits. In comes Jokas. Jam will be coming in this lap as well. So where will Illusion come out then in the battle? We'll see what happens. And everybody in the pits. Wolfbane currently in the purple and the pink and black. Aston Martin comes out of the pits now. So Jam is in the pits. He had hard tyres. He's got Cool Do Boy right behind him. Illusion then is just coming across the start-finish line, so the gap between them is about 7 seconds. Roughly 7 seconds. It's not too accurate. Intulu is right there behind his teammate. 5th is Peleshi. 6th is Bunnies. 7th is Tiny Terror. 8th is Matt Psycho. 9th is Junior. 10th is Cinnamod. So Cinnamod in 10th. He did not stop, so he actually has had cars come out in front of him. So that was... Let's just go back a little bit then. So we're on board with Cinnamod. So Cinnamod, right now, he's out of sync with everybody, and he can just see them just appearing up ahead of him as he comes up into the Dunlop chicane. Up the hill, he's just got Junior in front of him. And off they go. Wolfbane leading the race then from Cool Dude Boy. 3rd is Illusion in the Ferrari. So that Ferrari, as I say, about 7 seconds behind the race leader. Intulu in 2nd. 5th place is Peleshi. 6th is Bunnies in the Sauber. 7th is Tiny Temper, who's... Tiny Temper. I knew I would say Tiny Temper. There is Matt Psycho right up the gearbox of Tiny Terror, trying to use the slipstream of the Alpine driver. Will he have a chance of overtaking into the first Mulsanne chicane? He is on the right hand side. It is a right hand turn, but then you're on the outside for the exit. Can he make the move stick? Yes, he can. Lovely move from Matt Psycho, showing why he's the champion in this series. Good patient move, and in fact he's got a great exit because Tiny Terror is falling into the clutches of Cinnamod and Junior, who are having their own battle. YOLO is in 11th, 12th is Rob on drums, 13th is Daz, 14th is Jim, 15th is Yokas, and Jam is last. And Jam hasn't fueled up as much. I think this tactic has not worked for Jam. But there was a rumour he was not feeling particularly well on Sunday night, and we might be seeing the result of somebody racing not thinking about their drive, because that's not enough fuel to get him to where he needs to be, judging what Wolfbane has and his teammate have as well. So Jam right now not looking like he's in a great position. Whilst his teammate, Cool Dude Boy, in the other Mercedes, showing him the way actually in the championship. Jam finished 3rd in the championship last season. Cool Dude Boy has won a race already. 2nd place in the championship was Wolfbane last season. He is looking very strong here, leading this race for Aston Martin. So Pat will be happy to see Aston Martin back fighting at the front of the grid. The change to Bridgestone tyres possibly helping them this race. Michelin runner of Mercedes. Currently 2nd, Illusion in the Ferrari is in 3rd place. As I say, Gazman, that mansion, that roaring fire, will be feeling very comfortable. His cars are 3rd and 4th right now. 5th place, Peleshi. Great return to the series, I think, to miss last weekend at the Red Bull Ring. Mika very happy with her driver right now. 5th place for him. Bunny's in 6th place in the Sauber. 7th is Cinnamod, so GT87 Slippy will be happy with this. Tiny Terror though, he's got Matt Psycho. He's had Matt Psycho looking at him all throughout the lap. What can we do? We're riding into the Ford chicane. So attacking the curbs, Matt Psycho, using 4th gear. And just having to cut himself up a little bit. Going through there. There's blue flags waving for some reason. I don't know why. Nobody should be getting lapped at this point, unless Jam is having an absolute disaster. Jam has got actually past Yokas, so that's a position gained for Jam. Jam right now into 15th place. Wolfbane leading the race though. Oh, Bunnies and Tiny Terror. Bunnies has made a mistake, has he? Or is he just using the hard tyre and his teammate is on the soft? The hard tyres... Oh, yes, he's made a mistake, actually. And then Cinnamod is going to get past his teammate. Nice little bit of driving from the teammate. Cinnamod using a lot of the exit curb. And a little bit more. Getting onto the Mulsanne. Sauber sits in 7th. Tiny Terror pulling along his caravan of a McLaren. Matt Psycho using up his overtake to try and get past. This time he'll try and get it done. The problem is you've then got the long straight again to get past. So Tiny Terror, all Tiny Terror can do, really, Tiny Terror can just tuck up behind Matt Psycho. So Matt Psycho using a bit of overtake, but then Matt Psycho trying to a little bit of ping possibly there from Tiny Terror as he slides along the track. That's not the fastest way to do that, but gets past again. So Matt Psycho stuck behind the Alpine driver right now in 9th place. Matt Psycho, not used to seeing him that far down the circuit or the order. Cool Duboy still got a nice little gap of 3:22 for Illusion. It's not the fastest lap either, so Cool Duboy really dialed into this circuit at the moment. The hard tyres though on Cool Duboy. In Thule, 1:23.1 for him. He's used up a quarter. He's on the last quarter of his overtake button. That's his teammate, just over half. So Cinemod in 6th place. 7th place is Bunnies. 8th is Tiny Terror with Matt Psycho right behind him. Junior at the moment in 10th place. Let's have a look at Matt Psycho. He is in the slipstream of Tiny Terror, but can't do anything about it right now. Or can he have a sneaky look? This will be a brave move up the inside. Matt Psycho, no. Oh no, he can't get there. Matt Psycho possibly did give him a little bit of a touch, because now we can see Junior. He's closing up on this battle. We can see Matt Psycho on the outside right now, but he'll be on the inside going into the Porsche curves. They seem to touch wheels going into the Porsche. Matt Psycho really having a great move, actually. We saw it from Junior's point of view there. Let's see it from Tiny Terror's point of view. We've got Matt Psycho on our inside. There he is. Gets himself up into 8th place. So the drivers going now into lap 8. So we're halfway through this race. Wolfbane leads the race. Cool Duboy has got Illusion chasing him down, and the other Ferrari of Intulu also getting there. 3:22 by Intulu, so he sets the fastest lap on those super soft tyres. 5th place is Peleshi. 6th place is Cinemod. 7th is Bunnies, who's now got Matt Psycho right behind him, so Matt Psycho could have a move going into the Dunlop chicane at the beginning of the lap, but thinks better of it. 9th is Junior. 10th is Tiny Terror. Daz is in 11th. 12th is YOLO. 13th is Jim. 14th is Rob on drums. 15th is Jam. There's 24.6. 16th is Yokas on his hard tyres. So Wolfbane leading the race. Got a bit nervous there. Porsche curves can be brutal too wide, says Tiny Terror. He's currently having a big fight. Well, he was. He's now down into 10th place. It's Tiny Terror. Matt Psycho looking at Bunnies this time. If we go on board with the current champion up the inside, can he make the move stick? Yes, he can. Excellent move from Matt Psycho. Up into 7th place in the McLaren. And Bunnies, in fact, is in 8th and under attack by Junior. So Junior lining up Bunnies. You can barely see him, as Bunnies is also in the slipstream of Matt Psycho, so Bunnies could have a move, but no, Junior thinks better of it. Junior thinks better of it. Illusion has got himself into 2nd place. How has this happened? It's possibly happened then going down the straights. So Illusion gets himself into 2nd. Cool Duboy using up some of his boost to try and get an attack happening, but he's got the other Ferrari of Intulu in 4th place right behind him. So Intulu and the other Ferrari, super soft tyres against the hard tyres of the Mercedes driver. The Ferraris are making their way up the field. And Tulu is in 4th. He's in a good position. He gets himself into 3rd, and possibly Illusion is helping his teammate, maybe, with the slipstream, just to help Intulu just get that pass done. He does get it finished. So Wolfbane trying to pull away. We've got a 4-second lead over Illusion, as the Ferrari drivers are making their way up the field now. It's lap number 8. So really, they've taken a while to get up the field. Cool Dubois in 4th place though is looking, and he's passing Intulu. He's passed him round the outside, going down into Indianapolis. Cool Dubois gets himself back into 3rd place. Excellent move. Intulu, oops, will not be happy about that, but he gets a good drive coming towards the Porsche curves. He's on the inside as well as we approach them. Will he be able to make the position stick going into the curb? He does. Fantastic move then. Intulu up into 3rd. He's had to fight though for it, and he's lost time to his teammate, who is catching up with Wolfbane. So really catching Wolfbane up now. Wolfbane might not be able to do anything on the next lap, but he might be pitting on the next lap. Illusion's 2nd place in the Ferrari Championship, 2nd place driver, because his teammate is leading the championship right now. 4th place, Cool Dubois, looking very happy there at the moment. 5th place is Palesh, kind of on his own now, setting some good times though. 3:24. 6th place is Cinnamod, setting some good times as well. Matt Psycho is in 7th place. He's getting that McLaren up the grid. He's setting 3:26s, 3:25s, but Bunnies is up the inside of Matt Psycho, so Matt Psycho cannot do anything about that. That Sauber is looking very good though. Let's go on board with the Sauber driver. So Matt Psycho really couldn't do anything about that. The hard tyres as well for Bunnies. A bit of a slide. We can see Matt Psycho behind us. So Bunnies is there in 8th. 9th place is Tiny Terror. Junior Spam is in 10th. 11th is Daz in the Red Bull. 12th is Jim in the Williams. 13th is Yola in the Aston Martin. 14th is Rob on drums. Yorkas is in 15th, and in 16th place in the pits. This was the disaster. So Jam miscounted his fuel halfway through the race, and this has basically put him completely out of play in the race. And Illusion has taken the lead. We will go back and see this. So Illusion, let's have a look. So it's on the Mulsanne. Illusion got the hard-tired Wolfbane. Oh no, the medium-tired Wolfbane. Just can't do anything over Illusion. Illusion gets the lead of this race. He now takes the lead for Ferrari and is setting the purple 1.3 seconds quicker than anybody else. And using overtake as Wolfbane has very little he can do to answer. Salek says afternoon all. Afternoon Salek. This is Formula X. And Tulu is in 3rd. Cool Dubois is in 4th place. I'm surprised how many people are watching at this time. We're all meant to be at work. 5th place is Paleshi. 6th is Cinnamon. 7th, Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho is still holding this out. 7th place, he's got Bunnies there though for company. He's always got Bunnies there. Tiny Terror is there in 9th place. Psycho has got Bunnies looking at him. Here we go. Bunnies is actually helping Matt Psycho. He's trying to push him along, trying to get away from Tiny Terror. Because they know Junior's behind. Junior's on the medium tyres at the moment in the Williams. So we've got Wolfbane still there, actually. So Illusion might be surprised how close Wolfbane is able to keep with him. This race is not all said and done. Those Ferraris, yes, they're quick in a straight line, but they're not as quick through the corners, it seems. Wolfbane really using the car well. They're all going to stop this lap. So this is what sensible people do. They pit when they should do, and don't decide to do something odd and then completely mess it up in the race, like certain people. Oh, Illusion's hit the wall! Illusion has hit the wall going in to the pits. Let's go on board with Illusion then. Here we are, going into the pits. So this is a tricky pit entry. You really have to start braking now, and he's hit the wall. So this is going to give... There's Wolfbane, and Intuli nearly doing the same as his teammate. Oh, Cool Duboy having a bit of a scrappy one. So Paleshi is going to continue this race. So Paleshi is going to lead for Alpine in the French race. A French car leads at Le Mans. Matt Psycho as well. He's not pitting. Matt Psycho getting himself. He's got a 3:23.6. Now he needs to make hay. He needs to pull away. Use this clean air. Don't fight with anybody. Try and pull away. Daz then will get into third place. Will he get into third place, or will he be beaten to the punch? He's done the 3:24.0. No, he is definitely in third place, as Illusion is just in front of Wolfbane as they come out of the pits for the final time. Intulu in 6th. 7th place is Cool Duboy. 8th place is Jim. Let's then look at Jim, what his view was like. So he goes across the line, sets his blue time. Can confirm currently those Ferraris are both lighter and more powerful than me, says Wolfbane. And then we can see Jim getting ahead of Cool Duboy. So Cool Duboy will not be happy about that. Jim is ahead of him, and Jim has not stopped yet. So Jim could hold up Cool Duboy as they go through the Dunlop curves. Jim stepping up to replace Noxie, who couldn't make it here, and Jim just makes a small error actually in front of Cool Duboy. So Jim hit the gravel. 9th place is Rob on drums. He's not stopped. He'll be stopping this lap. Cinnamod in 10th place. Tiny Terror is 11th. 12th is Bunnies. Jam is in the pits again. Jam is in the pits again. There he is. When it doesn't rain, it pours. Jam in the pits. This has not gone well for Jam. So Paleshi leading for Alpine. I think Jam has just been in the pits all race. Matt Psycho in 2nd place. Good times, 3:23.6 for the McLaren. Absolutely driving the socks off that car. He is the champion for a reason. Daz, 3rd place, has got Illusion, who's made his stop now, chasing him down. So 22.2 from Illusion. Daz 24.0. Wolfbane a 23.1 in his Aston Martin. So Wolfbane saying that that Ferrari is lighter and more powerful than his Aston Martin. So he's doing well to be fighting them. The fastest lap is a 3:22.026 from Intulu. Lap number 7. Cool Duboy, he's lost some time really now. He's about 4 seconds behind Intulu. So that Mercedes drive looking good though in that position. Sarlek saying how interesting to see how spread out the field are. Okay, it is a long lap. There's not much drafting happening. This is where the drafting's happening. Tiny Terror in 10th, 11th is Bunnies. Knocking up is Tiny Terror. Rob on drums is in 12th place. He's under fire from Junior as Paleshi comes into the pits then. So Paleshi in, he has barely any fuel left, 3%. Matt Psycho is in the pits, he's got 17% of fuel, so he's got quite a good tank worth. Illusion coming down into the Ford chicanes then, so Illusion will retake the lead. And I think he's lost Wolfbane as we start getting through. So Wolfbane, he's going to be under attack from Intulu in the Ferrari. That was an outlap of 320.5 from Intulu, so the Ferrari driver trying to get back with his teammate. He's had 2 second places so far this season. They've been his best results in Formula X. He hasn't won a race in Formula X as of yet. His teammate won the opening round at Dragonfield. Dragonside, sorry. So Dragonfield Gardens, Dragonfield Seaside, yes, Dragonfield Seaside. I'm getting delirious. As it were on board now with Intulu, we're getting the overtake, so 193 miles an hour, and that should be the position. There we can see the Ferrari driver getting past the Aston Martin driver. The Aston Martin driver is still there. Wolfbane will not make this easy for the Portuguese driver. He looked around the outside, in fact, and says, you will have to make this corner. Wolfbane, though, I don't think he's got it now. No. Although Intulu having to defend a little bit. As we go on the off-board shot, you will see Wolfbane start to close up. The tow in these cars is unbelievable. You can really get catapulted along by the car in front. But the Ferrari right now. So 1-2 for Ferrari. Illusion with his red helmet looking a little bit like the Red Baron. And it has been a Ferrari season in Formula X. No team has ever had a 1-2 before this season. Then Ferrari did it in race 1. Intulu, though, making his best attempts not to make it a 1-2 for Ferrari. Wolfbane also trying to help that cause. Cool Dubois in the Mercedes, currently just on his own, really. Paleshi in 5th, all alone as well. Matt Psycho in 6th, so Matt Psycho on the hard tyres now in 6th place. Looking very competitive, though. He's got Cinemod in 7th. Cinemod using the overtake. You can see the flash of the car light as he uses it because he's in the red. Matt Psycho doesn't have any left, in fact. You can see that from the fact that he has no colour above his head on the airbox. So let's have a look. Cinemod not having a chance into Indianapolis, though. Bunny's in 8th. Can Cinemod do anything with Matt Psycho? Matt Psycho struggling to get the power down. Those hard tyres are not helping Matt Psycho's cause. He loses the position then to Cinemod, who then gets himself into 6th place. Matt Psycho is in 7th. He is hoping the upgrades will come for McLaren, propel them back up the order. There are drop scores in Formula X. The 2 worst scores for a team and a driver are taken off their total points tally, and because this is round number 3, one of the results will not be included in their totals at the end of this race. Tiny Terror in 9th place, sorry. Bunnies in 8th. Trying to get past Matt Psycho. Let's go on board with Bunnies. Going through the Ford chicane. Team SCT, Sick Children's Trust, being represented by Matt Psycho. Please look at their website. Please, if you can, donate. It is a charity close to Matt Psycho's heart and his family. And anything that can be done for him is greatly received, even if it's just £1. Helps a family in the UK. '11th place is Daz in the Red Bull. At the moment, Red Bull not having a brilliant season at the moment. They're just getting these sort of peripherally top 10 positions. Jim having a solid race in 12th place. Stepping up in for Noxie. 13th place, YOLO. He was in the front of this pack so early on. He's just dropping down now. Inconsistency really with his lap times. Possibly Yokas in the other Red Bull. Then we have Rob on drums in 15th place in the other McLaren. And then we have Jam 24.6 for Jam. So even his pace I don't think is particularly quick compared to the Ferraris. Jam just not having a very good day of it all. So Illusion leading this race for Ferrari. Set the fastest lap with a 3:21.728 on his previous lap. He's going quicker on this lap. Is lap number 12. So we're going to have a good result, possibly for Illusion. 12th is in Tulu. 12th? Second is in Tulu in the other Ferrari. Wolfbane is starting to fall back now. So these Ferraris are looking quick. It is Tokyo at the next round. Tokyo in South Inner Loop. Or South Outer Loop. I can never remember which one it is. I'm sure someone will correct me in the comments. And it's always been a classic race. And teams are bringing upgrades to that race as well, so the order will change. As I say, the orders this season of Formula X, upgrades happen pretty much constantly now. Ferrari brought one here, Alpine also brought one. As where has Palesci gone? Palesci is having fights. What's going on with him? He's on the medium tyres right now. Is he losing positions? He is. He's fighting with the Salbers. Salber also brought upgrades. So Cinnamon and Bunnies have got past Palesci. Palesci down into 7th place. He's being bullied by those Salbers. 5th and 6th, and in the background we can see Tiny Terror's gone off. It's all happening here. So we have a look elsewhere. So Matt Psycho is fighting with oh no, I think Matt Psycho has possibly hit the back of Tiny Terror. He has. Oh dear. It can happen. It does happen. We'll go on board. I don't know why I've done it there. So he's helping Tiny Terror. And then I think Tiny Terror, Tiny Terror just breaks a little bit earlier than Matt expects. Oh, but it's great to see Matt Psycho just backing off. He loses position to Junior. And then he lets Tiny Terror back past. That sums up Matt Psycho's day, really. It's one of those days, one of those Sunday evenings. We've all been there. It's just not gone right. Illusion, though, it's all going fantastically well. He just sets a time that's within a 10th of his fastest lap of this race. He's got a great big lead over his teammate. It's about 6 or 7 seconds. Inner, I believe. Nice to actually be able to race there this time, says Wolfbane. Wolfbane had some internet issues there last season. Tried to make the race but couldn't work, so he'll be hoping to be competitive there. He's looking great here though for the podium. Might not be the win, but who knows, the importance of the championship. Although he's 2 tenths up actually of Illusion's first sector. That first sector is all about corners, so maybe the Ferrari is not so great round the corners. There is Cool Dude Boy setting his times. Just on his own, really. Sinmod and Bunnies, great to see this from the Sauber duo. Slippy will be very happy to see this. We've got Cinnamod in 5th place. Cinnamod will be happy as well because he's not had a fantastic season so far, he'll admit. There is that Sauber. And there is the other Sauber of Bunnies. So very nicely done. 7th place is Palashi. Oh, he's just touched the dirt and he's going to get passed by Junior. No! Junior nearly loses it. Not much Palashi could do about that, really. Tiny Terror there in 9th place. And Matt Psycho there in 10th. So Matt Psycho in 10th. He had to hold himself whilst he let Tiny Terror back in. Top 4 seem to run from the field here. Shane Cool Boy was restricted by the hards. I reckon he'd have been up there if not, says Wolfbane. So the top 4 just pulling away now. Daz in the Red Bull, who's had a bit of a lonely race actually, looking at the map. Jim, 12th place. He'll be happy with that. YOLO in 13th. 14th, Yokas. 15th is Rob on drums. And so Rob on drums is there. I've just pressed T. Has that done anything? Rob on drums is there. And Jam just on 23.9. So Jam is up into 15th place. Rob on drums has made a mistake. So Jam overtakes a car. So yeah, it's not all bad. But Illusion already is in the Porsche curves. And he's 1.1 seconds up on his fastest lap. So the car is coming alive through the Porsche curves. The car's looking very quick. So in Tulu through the Ford chicane. He's got one more lap to do of this fantastic circuit. The Circuit de la Sarf, he does a 3:20.9. In Tulu, there's a 3:21.3. Wolfbane, a 3:21.2. So these cars are going very fast. So the soft tyres on Cool Boy. He does a little bit slower, 23. These Salvers, here they come. Through the Ford chicane. I tell you what, Slippy, if you've got a chance, there'll be some lovely team photos for the annual. And Bunnies does a 22.4, so showing that you really want to be in the slipstream. Palashi in 7th, Tiny Terror in 8th. So these Alpines closely matched. Junior in 9th place, Matt Psycho there in 10th. 11th place is Daz. 12th is Jim. 13th YOLO. 14th is Yokas. 15th Jam. And 16th is Rob on drums, but Illusion leading this race going down the Mulsanne. That Ferrari looking very good. Oh, we've just lost a car. It's gone down 15. Drivers, who have we lost? So cool. Cinnamon and Bunnies again. Is Bunnies going to have a look? I've been informed that Matt Soko had to pull out of the race. He was having some shoulder issues. Don't want shoulder issues around this circuit for sure. Hopefully in a couple of races time, Nordschleife, Matt Sako can regain his king of the Nordschleife title. He's run around there so many times. He might have competition this season, because in Tulu I know is very good around the circuit. But who knows where the cars will be. By the time we get there, it's round number 6 of the season, the Nordschleife. Illusion though coming through Indianapolis for the final time. He's just bringing the car home. His teammate, it's about 6 or 7 seconds behind. So Ferrari really looking strong here. Wolfbane though has kept them honest. As Wolfbane has said, maybe Cool Dude Boy, if he was on the same tyres, could have been there as well. Bunnies and Cinnamon. Bunnies is ahead of Cinnamon now. What can they do as they go down to Indianapolis for the final time? Both of these drivers really fighting it out. Oh, Cinnamon just going on the outside, but at the front of the race, it is going to be Illusion. He's weaving round, nearly hit the wall actually, celebrating. He doesn't want to do a Nigel Mansell, waving to the Tifosi and then running out of fuel. And Illusion wins here at Le Mans, at the Circuit de la Sarthe. Intulu in second, 1-2 for Ferrari. Third place is Wolfbane, impressive result for him. Fourth place is going to be Cool Duboy, that backs up the win though from round number 2. And he sets the fastest lap as well. Impressive from Cool Duboy. Bunnies is in 5th place, using that Sauber to get into 5th, and 6th place as well for Cinemods. So Sauber having a fantastic race here, 5th and 6th. 7th is going to be Paleschi, and he's going to be just ahead of his teammate Tiny Terror. Great photo opportunity. 9th is Junior. 10th place is going to be Daz in the Red Bull. So consistency for Daz right now is finishing about 8th, 9th and 10th I think he's finished in the past 3 races. He'll be hoping to be further up the field though, come Tokyo at the next round. So 10th place for Daz. 11th place is Jim, coming in for Noxie. He's going to get that 11th place, good result for Jim. 12th place for Yolo, we'll be happy with that as well. Yokas is 13th, one of his highest scoring results actually in Formula X. He's getting to speed with this car. A day to forget for Jam in 14th place in the Mercedes. Just, yes, not very well. And it's shown. No practice as well to speak of. And then Rob on drums. It's not... Look, I'm not risking it. Let's not press the play. I nearly forgot the results. So, the winner, Illusion for Ferrari. His 2nd win of the season. 2nd place is in Tulu, also in Ferrari, just less than 5 seconds behind his teammate. 3rd place, SNL Wolfbane in the Aston Martin. 4th place was Cool Duboy in the Mercedes. 5th, Bunnies in the Sauber, his teammate Cinemod also in the Sauber. 7th, Paleschi. 8th, less than 4/10 of a second behind his teammate, was Tiny Terror in the Alpine. 9th, Junior Spam in the Williams. 10th, Daz for Red Bull. 11th was Jim in the other Williams. Yolo was 12th in the Aston Martin. 13th place was Yokas in the Red Bull. 14th place was Jam in the Mercedes. At 15th place was Rob in the McLaren. Unfortunately, Matt Psycho had to retire from the race, but will still score a point for his DNF. Cool Duboy set the fastest lap of a 3-minute 20.661 on the last lap of the race. So let's have a look at the championship standings. So let's change our view. The leader of the championship is Illusion in the Ferrari with 51 points after drop scores. 2nd place, after 3 second places but 2 only counting, is in Tulu with 44 points. In 3rd place in the championship is Cool Duboy in the Mercedes with 43 points. 4th in the championship is Matt Psycho with 38 points. 5th in the championship is SNL Wolfbane with 35 points. So the top 5 places really close, and in fact in 6th place is Bunnies on 33 points, so very tight there. 7th place is Junior with 28 points. 8th is Jam with 21 points. 9th is Cinemod with 19 points. 10th is Daz with 19 points as well. 11th place is Paleschi with 18 points. Tiny Terror is 12th with 16 points. 13th is Noxie with 9. 14th is Rob on drums with 8 points. Yolo is in 15th place with 8 points. Jim is in 16th place with 6. Yokas in 17th place with 6 points. And that is the rest of the championship order. Of those that have finished this race, Mika has got 1 point in 19th place. So the championship in terms of the teams stands as Ferrari with 95 points to lead the championship, Mercedes are second with 58, Sauber third with 52 points, McLaren fourth with 46 points, fifth for Aston Martin with 41 points, sixth for Williams with 38 points, seventh for Alpine with 33 points, and Red Bull have got 23 points. So Alex says, well done all, good entertainment whilst working. Fantastic. Please go back to work, everybody. I am going back to work as well. I've just had a dinner break, so I've been able to do this during my dinner, and then it's back to good old worky time. So please like, share and subscribe to the channel, and the Porsches will be out later this evening on Tuesday. Like, share and subscribe, and see you again next week for Tokyo South Inner Loop. Good evening.